If this is your first time watching, my name is Chloe Ifoma. They don't make it your last. Trust me, you are going to enjoy it here. I'm going to be giving you guys 7 micro habits that helps to boost your femininity. We are so used to focusing on the major, your dressing and some major things, but what we don't know is there are some little micro habits that can actually help you, make you feel and look more feminine, which in most cases we turn to not pay attention to it or ignore. So my ladies in the house, this video is particularly for you. You know, these habits really do not take too much effort to implement. So I think like if you're able to implement some of it, if that's not what you're doing, it's going to take you a step further into making you feel and become more feminine. Let's dive into today's video. Learn to ask for help where necessary. I'm totally guilty of this some time ago, but no more am I doing that. I'm no longer like that. I know some of my ladies in the house, we're so used to doing things ourselves that we've totally lost the ability of asking for help. Not your fault. I'm totally not faulting you. Life happens, things happen, and we become the way we become. If you're surrounded by people that are willing to help, sometimes you need to intentionally let go and let people help you. And an additional advantage to that, if you're closer to like a healthy masculine man, he will definitely feel more masculine and more like a leader when you sort of like are able to allow him lead and have that feeling that he's able to protect you and offer some sort of assistance. And for you as a woman, like, who does not like things being easy for them? I don't know about you, but I like things sort of easy for me. I don't like too much stress. I don't like too much of that. So I've learned to let help come to me when I know I can get it. So, and I also know that sometimes we are just shy asking for help because we don't want to get embarrassed and all of it. But sometimes you just have to like try it. Right? When you're in the midst of it, say, please, can you help me do this? Can you help? You feel good. You feel good. So yeah, learn to ask for help. Next is quick micro dress ups. You're in a haste, you're going somewhere, just have those very quick things you can do. For me, my hair, I just have my hair packed and I can just do my eyebrow. In fact, literally all the time it's just my eyebrow, my lips and my eyeliner. So you can just pick up those little micro dress habit. That does not really take time. It could take maybe 5 minutes or so, because you're heading out. You don't want to like start sitting and having the whole glam squad and all of that, because if you are looking at doing that all the time, you might end up going out more often than not looking unkept and not properly organized. I feel like as a woman or as a feminine, as a girly girl, you want to feel feminine, and part of it is just having that feeling like you're well kept and you know you are presentable. So what can help that is when you have micro habits. It could be just packing your hair properly, wrapping your hair properly, and just maybe putting on a little lip gloss and maybe a touch of spray, body cologne or something. Just that feeling that makes you feel fresh, which is very quick and fast and does not take too much time. Creating and utilizing a second brain is the next. What do I mean by utilizing a second brain? Probably a journal or a notepad or something where you can store up a list of to-do. You don't want to preoccupy yourself with too many things in your head, just trying to like get on your day. You might get overwhelmed at some point. You might just lose your composure at some point. So sometimes your second brain is probably a notepad or a journal or something. So that could be your second brain. As things are coming up in the course of your day, you just write it down. It also helps you to keep track of important things, and you don't have to worry of if you forgot some things or not, because as things are coming up, you're just easily writing it on your phone. So yeah, creating and utilizing a second brain helps you keep your composure, not make you be under pressure for, say, like you're forgetting major things, and just helps reduce that feeling of being overwhelmed by a very busy day. That's if you are going to have one. The next is slow down and stop rushing. I know we're in a habit of like we're racing against time and constantly racing against time, but you don't want to constantly be like that, because sometimes when you're rushing, you also deprive yourself the opportunity of getting assistance from people, which you really do need every now and then. I mean, who does not need help? So you need to slow down and stop rushing. PS, I'm not talking about going to work, especially when you're running late, but maybe you're going to see friends, you're going on a date, and you're probably just walking on the road on a weekend, which you really have nothing to do. Sometimes we get so used to rushing that even when we're supposed to slow down, we don't even know when to slow down. And sometimes there's just this force and power that comes with rushing, which is not too feminine. So sometimes you just have to like breathe and slow down and just walk properly. Also, when you're not rushing, you're able to have that good feminine posture. When you're walking, you're swinging your waist left to the right and things like that. Just to follow up on slow down and stop rushing is when walking, learn to swing your hips to the left and to the right. Just swing your hips gently, softly when you're walking. It just gives this good feminine outlook and all of that. Sometimes when people are so stiff, you're like stiff and you're walking like this. No, let me stand up and show you properly. But you don't want to walk like this. You just want to like walk like this, not really like you're modeling or things like you're walking. Swing your hips softly to the left and to the right and free your body. Let your body be free and flexible. One good thing about a feminine woman, or like a good woman that's full of femininity, is just this softness in everything about her. So when you're always rushing, you lose track. Yeah, so now it might be like, oh, you're forcing it. I don't think you're forcing it, because there are some things you actually do have to learn to just improve yourself and make yourself better. And if this is one of it, why not? You can just learn to just relax, free your body, and move. Like move, swing, be free, be soft, and just move. The next tip is incorporate small moments of pleasure. You're working so hard, you don't want to always be in that work mode and zone. Sometimes you just have to take a little bite from what you're working so hard for and just live, breathe, and enjoy the moment with people you love, or even by yourself. You can take yourself out on a nice street, learn to like buy yourself things, shop for yourself. You necessarily must not wait for people to do that for you. If there's something you've been admiring, you can just save up and shop and just treat yourself out and just make yourself happy. I'm not talk about like take yourself out and treat yourself. I'm not saying you should spend a ton of money. I mean, if you have that, then that's fine. If that's what you want to do for yourself and if it makes you happy, of course, good and fine, you can go on with it. But I'm saying that even if you're at that point where you feel like you don't really have too much, you can just do little things. Maybe buy yourself an earring once in a while, shop for yourself, get yourself a shoe, a dress, or something. Just do something small for yourself to appreciate you and just make you feel like, I mean, life is worth living, isn't it? Life should be worth living, and these are the little things that makes life pleasant, isn't it? This next tip is very important, especially when you are with a man. Stop running to the door first. Did you hear that? Stop running to the door first. Sometimes, especially when you're with a man, you're out on a date, you just have to give them the room to be masculine, to take charge, to be in control of that moment, and just step back a little bit and just let the young man do what he knows how to do. Just give some time, because sometimes some men are unable to do some certain things because we don't give them the space to do that. And it's not necessarily because they don't want to do it, it's just because we are so used to not caring, or we just totally forgot. Because, well, I don't blame anyone, all right, things happen. It could be because of so many reasons, but like sometimes we just forget to let men express themselves as men and take care of us like the queens that we are, because we're not just paying attention. So especially when you're out on a date, just like take a little break, especially maybe, let me say, walking out of a restaurant. Just take your steps slowly, let him be ahead. At least, even if he does not do it, it will give you a chance to know if it's someone that can do it or that cannot. But just make the opportunity available. Some of us take off that opportunity of even receiving some good feminine pleasantries. All right, so take note of that. You need to stop always trying to be 100. It could be 90, it could be 80, it could be 60. You should just learn. I'll give an example. Maybe you walk into somewhere and everywhere is well organized, but like a little thing that's not well placed, you just lose it. You just lose control because it just needs to be perfect. It just needs to be 100. Why do I say this? Because sometimes it robs us of living and enjoying the moment, and you get stressed, and when you're constantly always looking at it has to be 100, 100, 100, you will constantly be stressed, because more often than not it's probably not going to be 100. So you need to accept it. Yeah, I'm not saying that you should not strive for perfection, but I'm saying sometimes you just need to free yourself and just take yourself off that burden of wanting to be perfect, 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 and just enjoy what's available or what has been presented to you. You could extend this to so many other areas of life. It could be your man just trying to do something, and because it's not just a picture perfect the way you want it, you're not happy, you're not pleased. Or maybe you have friends or family, or maybe your living environment or things are happening, you're not just enjoying the good things of life because it's not happening a certain way you want it, which is 100%. So stop it. Guys, I'm going to end here today. I hope these tips have been very helpful. Let me know if you have more tips. Share your comments in the comment section. Until next time, it's your girl Glory. Do have a wonderful time. Bye.